Hello everybody, welcome to Crafty Soup. My name is Misty. Today I just want to share with you some of the projects that I've been working on in the month of April, especially since I didn't have as many videos come out as I had planned. I was busy working hard in the garden this month because March and April are always weed season, so I had to get that under control. And I was doing a bit of sewing, but for now let's dive into the paper crafting goodness. All right, here is my stack of projects that I want to share with you. I promise I will go through them a little quickly so that I don't keep you all day, but this first one is actually a double page layout. So let me go ahead and pull that out. I had started this one in March. Yes, it is all on screen. Good. I am taking a sketch class at the SET Magazine company, and the sketch class is taught by Allison Davis, I think her name is, and she is one of the members of the family that runs Scrapbook Generation, and she does all kinds of sketches for page maps and works with the SET Magazine and is offering a sketch class. I love sketches. Getting a kind of a pro's perspective on sketches has been very interesting, so that is fun. I didn't get this one done in time because I had grand ideas and I just couldn't get it to follow through. I wanted to add a whole bunch of stitching to these elements because Allison does a whole bunch of stitching and I'm inspired by that. At any rate, this was my 2-page layout and I really liked how this portion of it turned out. I like the white rockets on top of the colorful backgrounds. They're a little bit out of scale for what I had hoped I could get, but you know, things don't always go as planned. But this was a fun one. I enjoyed that. And in case you wonder, I do keep these little notes with my photos in my story binder, which is just an 8.5 by 11 binder that I keep my photos and any notes that go with the photos, especially the date. So that when I file these away, I can file them in chronological order. I don't scrap in chronological order, but I do put them away in my albums in order so that life events flow very logically. So anyway, these are my notes for when I am ready to file them away, and I do clip them on there, and that helps me keep track of everything. All right, this one I had a video for, and it was a sketch challenge, I believe. And it was a mixed media challenge, I think, for the Mix It Up Monday group. And so that one's got a video. And this one kind of talks about using bold, bright colors with black accents. So that is what that layout is about. And you can see I just reuse my notes over and over again till I'm out of room. And then I start new ones. And in fact, I haven't put away a lot of layouts. So I have a lot of new tags going. All right, this one was very different than anything I've ever done before. I follow along with a group on YouTube called, I'm gonna forget it right now, Craft Roulette. So it's kind of a game show on YouTube and it's aimed largely at card makers, though you can participate with any of your paper crafty world. And this time around I did a scrapbook layout, and because it's a game show, you enter your project and there are prizes the next week and so on and so forth. And I'll leave a link down below so you can go check it out. But it's a silly game show as you get random parameters that you have to fulfill to make your project. And I don't remember all the parameters for them, but one of them was a trifold card. So instead of doing an actual greeting card for my project, which is what I usually do over there, I got inspired to create this little quote book. I think one of the random elements was winter or maybe winter colors or something like that. So I went with a whole winter theme and did a Christmas story on my favorite Christmas movie. And this is definitely not my typical layout, but I had fun. There's no photos. It's all stickers and embellishments and this little journaling card that I created. And so this was very, very different for me. Not something I would have ever made without, you know, participating in that kind of game show. So this was fun and different. I don't know that I would do something like this again, but hey, you got to try things, right? All right. I don't remember in the series of the schedule of the month where this one fell in there, but this was part of my Mystery Box Monday, which actually is my own little game showy kind of series where I pull out 3 items from a box of mystery supplies that I ordered once upon a time. And it's one of those grab bags where you don't know what you're getting, and it's a, you know, super discounted deal. So I pulled out my items and created this card out of stencils and a cow. So I was challenged for sure on how to use those things together, but I think I pulled it off. So that was that one. I'm hoping my stack over here doesn't fall down. All right, this one was another layout from that sketch class, and this was using the current month sketch, so the month of April. And this one was all about horizontal stripes, but I turned it diagonally just because I liked the motion of it with a roller skating theme. And this page is a bit busy, especially my journaling is a little bit hard to read, but really I wanted to focus on these photos. And since the photos aren't fantastic, they're selfies taken in the evening by my daughter. So anyway, I wanted to highlight these photos, and I think I did that okay, even though the page is pretty dang busy. I do have footage for this one. I don't know if I'll get it edited into a video, but we'll see if I need to fill in the gap somewhere down the road. All right, this one was from my Freckled Fawn kit, and I had a fabulous time doing this one. This one is definitely a video up on the channel if you haven't seen it, but this is also from the same sketch class. So it's focusing on stripes. So on this one, my stripes go diagonally, basically, and on this one, I'm doing them vertically. And instead of stripes of pattern paper, I use stripes of embellishment. So I've got washi tape, stickers, chipboard, wood veneer, and so on and so forth. And I don't usually do something quite like this with so many embellishments, but I actually love this one. So I'm very excited for that. What else have we got? This one was for the Counterfeit Kit Challenge, and it was talking about ordinary moments. So I just talk about my little mason bee house in my yard, and last year was the first year I've actually had mason bees, and this year they are busy bees for sure. And oh, I created a QR code for the first time to add a video to my layout, so in the future, hopefully the technology still is there to scan the code and be able to watch a video. Now one of my commenters did say that some of the free QR code creation sites, they will allow you create the QR code for free, but then it expires. And you know, I'm just remembering I haven't gone to check that out to see if that's the case with this, since this is the very first time I've done it. Hey. So if you want to do a tip like this, just keep that in mind and make sure that your QR code won't expire. So I can't remember quite who gave me that tip, but I want to say thank you for that tip, because if I'm going to do more of this in the future, I want to make sure the videos are going to work. I can always find a site. If this one does expire, I can always find a site and redo it and print out a new one and cover that up. So we'll see how that goes. Pardon me. My voice is normally gravelly, but it is particularly dry right now, so, and I don't have any water with me, so apologies for that. All right. Really, I'm gonna pause and go get a drink. All right, and through the magic of editing, I am back and my voice feels better, and I've got my drink with me so I can keep up. All right, this one I do have a video for, and this project did not go smoothly, and I share just about all my frustrations about it in this video. And this was another Counterfeit Kit Challenge project, but I think I'm less frustrated with this layout now that I'm past the mess of creating it. So if you want to go have a laugh and follow along with some of my frustrations, in case you've ever been there with your projects, you can go check out that one. All right, what else have we got? I think this was another Counterfeit Kit Challenge, and I talked about creating washi tape woven pieces, and talked a little bit about washi tape weaving versus cardstock weaving. So if you're ever interested in something like that, you can go check out this video. Nothing too fancy to say about that one. Let's see. This one I created for the Scrap Happy blog because I am on the design team over there as well. And I talk in this one just about creating shakers on scrapbook layouts. And in fact, this one isn't even really a shaker because it doesn't shake. I created the illusion of shakers because it's a little hard to shake a scrapbook page. And I have done pages with like real shakers on them before, but I never shake them because it's tricky. So this one is just the illusions of shakers, and I talk about that over on the blog a little bit. And there's a little bit of a story about how I got my photos mixed up in my story binder, and I started telling the wrong story with this photo, and so I just crossed it off, corrected it, and moved on. So let me know if you've ever had a weird experience like that where you made a mistake on a layout, and how did you fix it? I'm curious what people do. Normally I probably wouldn't do that, but it's been that kind of month, so there we go. That's that. All right, these next two layouts I did for the final challenge over at the Counterfeit Kit Challenge, and these are duplicate layouts mostly. You will notice some subtle differences, like for example, I've got a vertical mat for my photos here versus a horizontal mat over here, and that's because I was using scraps and I was running out of paper, so I made do with what I had. And I often work in duplicates because I have 3 children and 2 of them are here, and these layouts are going in different albums, and then I also have a layout that's going to go in a 3rd family album, but I've already created, well actually this one is for the family album, and I've already created a 3rd layout in a totally different style for one of the other kids' albums. So when I'm working on similar stories for different family members' albums, I will often just work in duplicate. So that is what this is all about. And I'm curious, do you keep separate albums for separate family members? Do you do the same stories from a different point of view for different family members? My journaling will usually reflect the different point of view, but the layout itself often doesn't. So I'm curious how you tackle that kind of challenge in your scrappy life. All right, and then this last layout is a little bit of a sneak because I created, well, let's see, I've got most of it covered up. I created these little journaling cards in a technique video on using washi tape in your projects, and then I've since used those journaling cards on a project that will be posted in May, so I can't show you all of that. I forgot to bring these in. One other thing that has been occupying my time this month is a new obsession. I just got a gel plate for gel plate printing, and I will be working on some of this mixed media, adding into card making and scrapbooking. But for now, I'll just show you that I've just started playing with the print plate, and I'm learning how much paint I need to apply, what kind of multiple prints I can pull off of it. So it's really just been a lot of messy play session, and I've gone down a huge rabbit hole because I learned that you can use way more than just acrylic paints on gel print plates. Alcohol inks, which I thought would just stain the print plate, but no, you can lift prints with alcohol inks, watercolor, like just about anything. And then there's photo transfer techniques. So I have been on a huge rabbit hole of absorbing YouTube videos myself and learning some of this stuff. And because I learned that you can do alcohol ink on gel plates, I went down an alcohol ink rabbit hole, and I started playing with some different alcohol ink techniques. And I don't have, let me go ahead and grab that one. I have one piece that was my favorite that I'm getting ready to send out in the mail, but let me grab that and show you. All right, one of the things that caught my attention with alcohol inks was these flowers. And my first couple of tries were terrible, but this one turned out brilliantly, and I think it's very beautiful. So I will be making more flowers, but in the meantime, I've been playing with all kinds of different things and turning some of these little pieces into wacky. This is just a little monstery piece of artwork, and then this one reminded me of an eye in the sky, so I drew that in. So anyway, I'm just playing, being artful, as you will hear me say when I exit the video, that I wish you an artful day. And this is the artful part of me that's been going on this month. All right, so that wraps up the video for this time around. Thank you so much for being here. I know there are many, many ways you could be spending your time, and I appreciate you spending it with me. I'm very glad that I have something useful to offer to you. And until next time, have an artful day.